The child-free choice can be strange or confusing to people who don't have child-free family members or child-free people in their social circle. So it creates these interesting assumptions about our lifestyle. We've heard these assumptions ourselves, and I have to be honest, sometimes they just make us laugh. So stick around because today we are going to have some fun with this list and squash some of these child-free stereotypes. Hello friends, I'm Veronica. Welcome to the Childfree Connection, and welcome back to all of you who have been showing up for us every week. We love and appreciate it a lot. My partner Rick and I are in our 40s, live a child-free life here in Austin, Texas. It's gorgeous out today, and we create child-free content together here and on our Instagram page. So if you haven't followed our account, please do so because we're having some fun there too. Rick works the production end and tends to stay behind the scenes, but he's slowly but surely getting more and more comfortable being in front of the camera, so you'll definitely get to know him as well. This channel is for inspiration, support, celebration, and education of living child-free. So if that sounds like a community that you want to be a part of, please take a moment to like this video, click the subscribe button, and hit the bell so that you get notified each time we release new content. Also, we are busy bees here at the Childfree Connection, and we're trying to figure out ways to serve this community. So if you haven't done so yet, please sign up for the Childfree Connection Now alerts on our website. Okay, assumptions. It's so easy to make assumptions, isn't it? I mean, we all do it at one point or another. All that's required is incomplete information about a person and an unwillingness to ask the questions required to get the whole truth. In the absence of completing the information, people just start to fill in the blanks with their own personal interpretations and life experience. And there you have it, assumptions. As child-free by choice people, there are many assumptions that are made about how we have chosen to live our lives. And today we are highlighting 4 of them. Make sure you watch until the end of the video because after we go through them, I'm going to share just how you can keep people's assumptions from stressing you out. Assumption number 1 is we hate children. Yes, we are all baby haters. Let's start by saying it's true. Some people do not like kids. They just don't, and that's perfectly okay. Kids can be loud and destructive and annoying, and that's just the truth. So I completely get why they're not for everyone. We have friends who even love their own kids but can't stand when other people's kids come over. Disliking children is absolutely not true of all child-free people. Rick and I happen to really like kids. We like to hang out with them, and we find them mostly to be very cute and entertaining. I love visiting my friends when they have babies. I like feeding them, holding them. Bath time is my absolute favorite. I just love snuggling them and kissing them. Is it possible to dislike a child's behavior? Absolutely. We certainly don't care for a screaming child at a restaurant, but if parents were trying to have a romantic date night with one another, they probably wouldn't either. Making the choice to opt out of parenthood does not necessarily mean that we hate kids. We have said we like kids so many times. We talk about how much we love our nieces and our nephews, but no matter how clear we are or how many times we say it, for some reason, it just doesn't seem to sink in. Okay, so I had to add this side note here because I got some comments and I've been accused into falling the trap that society forces women to act motherly, or even saying that I like kids just because I want people to like me better. I just wanted to address that quickly because look, I'm a 45-year-old mature independent woman who has zero issues speaking her mind. And if I didn't like kids, I say it. If I didn't enjoy being motherly, I wouldn't pretend to be. And that's the entire point of this channel, is to be who you want and to be proud of whatever that is. Assumption Assumption number 2, we have no sense of responsibility. This is mind-boggling to me because is having children the only sense of responsibility that exists? What about paying our bills? What about caring for our friends, our family, our partners, our pets? What about service work or volunteer work? What about caring for our own health and mental wellness? The truth is that there are plenty of child-free people who have so much responsibility already that a reason they don't want kids is because they just don't want more of it. If someone is paying down debt, trying to start a business, caretaking for a loved one, and financially supporting other family members, it's completely insensitive and unfair to assume that they are avoiding responsibility. It's just not true. Assumption number 3 is we haven't thought it through. Now, this one drives me nuts because assuming that we did not think it through is just, I don't know, crazy. I will mention that some people knew from the time they were kids that they didn't want children of their own, so there was no reasoning process necessary for them. The choice was so clear to them that it was simple to just move forward with it. It doesn't mean that they didn't think it through, it just means that they didn't need to. For most, however, it is a process. There is so much that's evaluated and dissected. Can I see myself being a parent? Is it truly what I want? Will I regret it? What will my life look like without kids? Is it lack of desire or do I have other reasons? What if my partner wants kids? What if my parents get upset? How will I spend my time? Is my biological clock ticking? Some of us think through it a lot. When thinking about having children, my foundational reason was lack of desire. But because at the time that reason didn't seem good enough for anyone, I thought through my decision a lot to make sure that I felt at peace with it. Did you have to think through your choice of being child-free? Let me know in the comments below. Assumption number 4, we are all wealthy. This is also an interesting and confusing one. The assumption is, well, you don't have kids, so the money that you would spend on them is left over. What? We plan our lives and our finances according to what is, not what isn't. We don't set aside a pretend kid fund where we deposit what their school, clothes, and meals would cost and then use that money for magical getaways. Looking at it from that perspective does not make any sense. We know families who have 3, 4, 5 kids who are very wealthy and enjoying travel, yachting, and all the luxuries that they want. So having a kid isn't a recipe for financial failure either. Sure, it can certainly be true that because of this choice, child-free people who make a good financial living and manage their money wisely can have more money. But assuming that it's true for all is incorrect, and it could actually go in the opposite direction. Just watch this video where I talk about why millennials and Gen Zers are choosing a child-free life. I will link to that video in the description below. Now, what can we do so others' assumptions don't get us emotionally charged? You have 2 choices, basically. You can choose to ignore the comment and work on letting it go, which takes practice but is absolutely possible. Or if you prefer to take action, you can open yourself up to questions. If someone in your life is making wrong or bad assumptions about how you choose to live your life, it is absolutely okay to ask them why they feel that way. And rather than have them guessing the information, just give them a lesson on your truth. Look, you can't control what the people on the receiving end will do, but at the very least, you can be proud that you did your part by trying. That is all for now. So if you enjoyed hanging out with us today, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notified next time we release new content. We thank you, we appreciate you, and we're excited to see you next week.
So it's our anniversary. We came out to have some amazing food. Veronica's here.
Veronica's here? I would hope Veronica's here.
Yeah, if she wasn't here, that'd be weird. But anyway, here, take a look at this food.